MAFS Australia fans are very sad when Mick cries over Jess's cheating. Tensions came to a head on Australia's Married at First Sight on Wednesday, when Jessica Power admitted to having an affair with husband Mick Gould with Dan Webb. Mick has withdrawn from the relationship, but is devastated to learn that Jess has kept him in a competition for weeks to get close to Dan. Claiming that she had wasted her time because she wanted to return to her farm in Queensland, Mick cries over Jess's lies and betrayal. He cries and he grins. Australian MAFS fans get heartbroken on Wednesday when Mick despaired after Jess's vile wife admitted to having an affair with Dan. Feeling hopeless, he told her, "You are the most selfish brat ever. What a spoiled child. So selfish." Incredible after he kept him in the experiment against his will for Dan. He said, "I have been forced to live here alone without pay. Now this all makes sense. You made me stay here, you dragged me here alone and made me look like an idiot and go crazy, so you can play footsies and tease him. You are the most selfish boy ever. What a spoiled child. So selfish. Extraordinary." Dan apologized and said, "This obviously shocked everyone here and definitely not what I wanted. I came to this group and I feel like a dog, and to be honest with you, especially Mick, I'm very sorry and to Tam is kind." Vile, fans lashed out at Jess for smirking through Mick's tears after warming up to the legendary farmer. What a man. And they praised Mick for not being afraid to cry after learning of his wife's betrayal on the show. Soft hands, Mick was comforted by Heidi as she cried after discovering the truth. Letting it all out, she struggles to contain her emotions as Jess talks about her feelings for Dan in an insensitive way. Mick roared, "I've wasted oh," before she started crying. He added, "To think at one stage, I actually really like you." Well, now amazing. Martha Colafatitis, who was a close friend of Jess's, told her, "Stop saying it's a waste of time, you know what you're getting into." Heartbroken viewers of the show took to Twitter to praise Mick for showing her emotions and slamming the nasty Jess for smiling when she was desperate. They wrote, "I wanted to wipe that grin off Jess's face. Mike sat down crying and he sat up grinning." Viley # Married at First Sight Australia # MAFS. I love you Mick. Cult show fans flocked to Twitter to express their sorrow over Mick's tears. Jess is vile. Like outside vile. Tamara holds and describes himself in an extraordinary way. Mick's tears broke my heart. Heidi, who comforted him even more, spoiled him. And I'm still in love with Jules. #MAFS Married at First Sight Australia. Martha described Mick's cries as tantrum, just screaming out poisonous masculinity. Men can cry too. #MAFS. Seeing Mick cry makes me really sad. #MAFS #MAFS. Regret? Dan is left with her head in her hands after betrayal is exposed as she apologizes for hurting people with her actions. Bombshell. People are very hurt here, relations expert John Aiken warned, as Dan's wife Tamara Joy wiped her tears and shouted, "That's disrespectful." The final betrayal. Jess has kept Mick in the competition to approach Dan, pretending he wants to mend his friendship with Mick. Uncomfortable, John solemnly told the scholars Mel Schilling and Dr. Tricia Stratford, there is a moral code they have broken. Jess and Dan have been allowed to remain on the experiment to see if their love can flourish, and wife Mick and Dan Tamara Joy have now left the competition. With only 1 week left in the experiment, Jess had told Mick that she wanted to stay in the competition under the guise of regaining their friendship after things got bad between them. But the truth is, she didn't want to go yet because she lived in Perth and Dan lives on the Sunshine Coast, so she wanted to stay close to him. For 3 weeks in a row, Mick had written off at the commitment ceremony, knowing that his relationship had ended. She is very noble. Fans were also impressed that Mick embraced her love rival Dan despite her actions and urged her not to waste time with Jess. Farewell, Mick tells Dan he's better than that when he says goodbye to the others on the show. But Jess has written stay each time, forcing her to stay on the program, as the rule is, you can only leave if both partners say they want to. As the show drew to a close, viewers praised Mick for hugging her love rival Dan in spite of her actions, and noted that during the hug, she warned him of Jess, whispering, "Don't do it." Seriously. For the love of God, you're better than that, champion. Fans tweeted, I'll tell you what, Mick is a better man to tremble and hug Dan before he leaves. I will give him a beating. #MAFS. Mick deserves better. She needs therapy to deal with this level of emotional trauma. She hugs Dan, showing us what a real man looks like. Jess is vile.